Hello and welcome back. Today I'm in the capital city of Moldova, Chisinau. Now, pardon the pun, why am I in Chisinau? Well, I just got off a 14-hour train journey from Bucharest to Chisinau. It's time to see what this city has to offer. Moldova is Europe's least visited country and it's Europe's poorest country, as well as ranking in the top 10 most dangerous countries within Europe. So coming to this, there aren't very high expectations. But I am not one to judge a book by its cover. It is currently 1 PM here in Moldova and my flight leaves at 9 PM tomorrow. So plenty of time to do things, plenty of time to get things done. And I want to leave tomorrow fulfilled and accomplished. My plan for the next 30 hours is to meet new people, explore some of the nightlife, experience some of the local culture in Chisinau, Moldova. And then when we leave, in 30 hours time, I can say, yeah, this country is the least visited for a reason, or I can prove this country wrong and show you why you should come to Chisinau in Moldova. However, it's not off to a good start. I've just Googled the top 10 things to do in Chisinau, Moldova. And for one, there's no camels, and two, there's no cricket. And all the main things to do are in a place called Transnistria, which is about a 1 hour drive from Chisinau and is the last remnants of the USSR. But because it's not late, but it's gone past midday, there isn't enough time left in this day for me to get there and back and kind of do a full exploration. So today's plan is going to be finding a hotel for starters, getting some food later on, and we'll just have a little chill day in the capital. It's a very small capital. It's about 500,000 people, which is, I mean, that's tiny. What the, was that a gun? God knows. Sounded like it. And yeah, it's getting warmer, about -3 degrees now rather than -5, but yeah, so far, first impressions, it's a lovely city. It's your classic kind of Eastern European city. Everyone's been quite friendly. It's obviously it's a bit run down, but it's quite cozy. It's quite small, intimate, and it's, yeah, so far so good. Making my way back towards the centre of the city, we've got this triumphal arch here in front of us. I'm not quite sure what it symbolises, but look, it's pretty cool. It's pretty big. It's like a mini Arc de Triomphe, so I'm basically in Paris. I wish I was in Paris, because it's currently 6 degrees there. It's -1 degree here. It's getting warmer. It was -5 and then -3 and now -1, so we might hit 0 sometime soon, but it's still pretty cold. But anyway, I'm on the hunt for a hotel. I found a place on Google called the Tiraspol Hostel. It sounds delightful. For about £5 a night, so about half an hour walk. Making our way there now, and hopefully they've got some room spare, so fingers crossed. Right, well, this is it. Bloody hell. Tiraspol Hostel with an arrow around here. Please ring doorbell and wait 5 minutes. Oh, this doorbell, okay. Yeah, now we just stand there and wait 5 minutes, okay. Hiya, do you have a room for one night? Thank you.
Please your shoes.
Shoes off? Okay. Lovely, thank you. But yeah, this is the room for the night. I'll keep my voice down because these doors are quite thin. But yeah, it is pretty much just a room. That's all it is. The bathroom is out there through the right. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, mirror, mini radiator, big bed, which is nice, yeah. And it's my own room. It's a hostel, but it's my own room in a hostel. There's no shared accommodation, which is really good. But yeah, 600 lei, which is more than I thought it was going to be, but that's still about, it's around the £25 mark. So it's not awful at all, really. I'll quickly show you the bathroom. And here it is. It's a very bog standard bathroom. Shower up there. I mean, the bath, if you fancy it. I'm not sure I do fancy a bath, but the option is there. Toilet, yeah, I mean, it's what you'd expect from a hostel, let's be honest, but yeah, that's the bathroom. And obviously to keep the place clean, you can't wear your shoes, you have to wear these slippers. Actually, they match my trousers, so that's a bit of a fashionista. But yeah, slippers, no shoes. This is the room, 25 quid. No real complaints really. So yeah, that was my room in the Tiraspol hostel. Basic, but does the job really, and not bad for 25 quid. It's currently 4:30 here in Chisinau, so it's still quite bright as you can see. It's still broad daylight, but the plan is to go to a pub down this road called the Brothers Pub, get a bit of food there, maybe a couple of pints of beer, and then come back and get early night sleep, because tomorrow I want to go and explore Transnistria, which, like I was saying, is the kind of the last remaining remnants of what was the USSR. So that should be a good little adventure to go on. But it is about a 1 hour drive or so, I think 2 hours on a bus from Chisinau. So yeah, get out of the hotel or the hostel by 9:30, 10, make my way there, spend a few hours there, get back, and then we can get back to the capital city just in time to catch my flight back home to Luton. But for the time being, one thing on my mind, and that is food and drink at the Brothers Pub. It is not just any pub. I'm seeing an Irish flag, I'm seeing a clover, I'm seeing a sign saying Guinness. It's an Irish pub, which is absolute music to my ears. Probably the wrong saying for this situation, but who cares? This is perfect. That was not Guinness. Irish stout? More like Irish get out, am I right? No, generally that was awful. It looked like Guinness, it sounded like Guinness, it was just really watery, it just tasted like toilet water. So on that bombshell, I'm going back into the centre of Chisinau to make up for it and find another pub, another bar, somewhere to make sure my last drink in Chisinau is not that pint of Irish stout, because that was bloody awful. And here we go. The atmosphere is absolutely bouncing, as you can see. And I've got a lovely pint of Budvar. Oh, that's much better. Lovely stuff. And there we go, a lovely pint of Budvar to round things off. And that concludes day one really, because all that's left is a walk back to the hostel and a good night's sleep. So with that being said, I will see you for my second and final day in Chisinau tomorrow. Good morning and welcome back to day 2 in Moldova. I slept really well last night, a good 8-9 hours sleep, much better than the train from Bucharest to Chisinau. Big double bed, had the heating on all night, lovely stuff. And now I'm walking to the Chisinau Central bus station, where I believe you can get a bus from Chisinau to Transnistria, which is about a 2-hour journey. So yeah, 15-minute walk or so, and then we'll try and find the right bus, which I think every half an hour they run, so that's okay. So here we are, it's 10:34 here in Moldova, and I think I've reached what I believe to be the bus station. There are a lot of buses with signs on, so let's go inside. Hello, going to Transnistria?
Куда?
Transnistria?
Трансмиссия это не Трансмиссия, а Приднестровье. Трансмиссия это, блядь, блокаду было.
Don't know what that was. That was quite aggressive, that.
57 late.
Okay, perfect. I've got cash, I think.
If you want, you can do cash, no problem.
So that's our ticket sorted, 57 Moldovan LEI, which is about £2 something, so that's really good. It leaves at 11 o'clock, so about 15 minutes. No idea where I'm going to get the train or the bus from. It's all in Moldovan, which is good. It would be. But anyway, let's ask this man here.
Едем, а вы? Да, со мной. Женщина, говорите. Tiraspol, да.
Yes.
Yes.
In here?
Tiraspol, подходим на Tiraspol.
Do I go in the front, in the back? Right, and we are on the minibus to Tiraspol. I'm going to sit right at the back because I'm really cool. It's currently empty. There are some more over there coming on shortly, but yeah. Apparently it's like a 2-hour journey on the bus, but it's a minibus, not a bus, so it should be a bit quicker. But yeah, we've managed to find the right place, the right bus. So far, so good. Lights out and away we go. Thank you very much. And we have arrived after a 1 hour and 46-minute minibus journey. We are in the city of Tiraspol in Transnistria. Despite Transnistria being in Moldova, about 1 hour into the journey we had to stop at passport control and hand our passports in to basically just prove who we are and get a little slip back, and almost like a mini visa for the day. I'll try and show you now actually. Yeah, a little slip. It just kind of says date of birth, passport number, etc., time of stay. So yeah, even though it's still within Moldova, it's kind of, it feels a bit separate really. Now, I'm not going to stand there and pretend to be an expert. I'm basically an idiot abroad, but from what I've gathered, Transnistria is, despite being in Moldova, it's almost like a breakaway region in Moldova, and it's kind of the last remnants of the USSR. It's, I mean, the early sort of feel is that it does feel like we're stuck in time a little bit. It feels really eerie, like peaceful, but really eerie. And it feels like we're stuck about 40 years behind where we are now. Here we go, I'll show you now some of the flags on the number plates. There it is, that's the red, green and red flag. That's Italian, okay, fair enough. There you go, another one for you, red, green, red. That is the Transnistrian flag. So yeah, it feels like a whole new country, but obviously it's not recognised anywhere in the world as its own country. I mean, this is a scene from a horror movie. Empty, eerie play park. Got a swing just swinging by itself. It's just got a really creepy, unnatural feel to it. There we go, there's a school here by the looks of things. Doesn't look very open. You've got a big ground at the back of it over there as well, but just in case that is open, I'll walk away and stop waving the camera around it to avoid any issues. Actually, this gate's open. Let's wander through. I mean, this is very brave. I'm walking into what believes to be a school with the camera out, but it doesn't feel very open. I want to see what this ground is. So I know it's not Sheriff Tiraspol's ground. I saw that on the way in. That's massive. It's about 14,000 seats. But this looks, yeah, this looks derelict. This has not been used in some. I mean, there's two guys running around the track, getting their workout in. But look at this. This has seen better days, that's for sure. It's quite a nice ground though. But again, yeah, it's got a really old school feel to it. That's the ground there, running track along here. Full lap. This is the pitch here. I mean, yeah, this is definitely not in use. Look at the grass. Overgrown, tufty. Yeah, but look at this. Mental, bloody mental that is. Let's go up here and see what the view would be like from the very top. Oh, it's like St. James's Park. Bloody Mount Everest. There we go. Look at this. Now I presume there would have been seats attached to these. This looks like it's just kind of like the foundations for the seats. But here we are at some form of ground for some club. Here, yes, there's actual seats over here. All these seats have been removed. Look at this. It's not a bad, I mean, apart from the lack of seats behind both goals and on the other side, but it's not a bad stand. If we can get down here. This is I guess some sort of VIP area. Just step across here. Here we go. Not the first person, clearly. Footprints on the seat. Look at this. It feels quite weird though, seeing a derelict ground like this. You know, you presume there's so many goals scored here, moments, history, and now it's just resorted to nothing, and just a moment from the past. All right, let's try my luck and let's go down these stairs. So here's the match day tunnel. Now I'm not getting my hopes up, but let's see if we can go into the changing rooms and basically break into an old ground. These doors look locked to me. Actually, that one looks... we might have a chance here. Oh my god, we're in. This feels really weird. So you've got the Transnistrian flag here. I'm not sure which team this was that played here. It's all written in Russian or Moldovan or Ukrainian or whatever, but let's... Oh my god. What is this? What's through here? There you go. Referees. No, that's not open. I'm not sure I should be here. Sorry. There's a man. Okay, so it's not a school, that's all part of the football ground. And I walked into that office, which did look a bit too clean and modern to be not in use. And there's a man just sat there like this. So yeah, let's get out as fast as we can, but oh, my heart's pounding. What an experience, what an adrenaline that was. Felt like Joe Weller back in there with the abandoned haunted house. Anyway, back through the gate we go. Swoosh. And we're back onto the streets of Tiraspol. But yeah, it's not a school, it's a football ground. Well, was. Anyway, we're now back in the exact same boat as before, walking past the exact same point, and I have no idea where I'm going, but this time let's walk this way and not get distracted by a football ground on my left hand side. I mean, this is mental, look at this. So over here, up here, you've got a Transnistrian flag, the red, green, red one, and a Russian flag. Get a bit closer for you. There's no wind coming, so you can't see it that well, but that's the Russian flag up there, and that's the Transnistrian flag up there. It's weird seeing Russian flags. It feels like we're in Russia. Crazy. Here we go. Statue of someone here. Can't read who it is. Obviously, comment and let me know who that is. Then over here, yet again, Russian flag on the right hand side. What's the deal with this place? Is it owned by Russia? Because I've seen loads of Russian flags. I saw Russian soldiers on the way in with guns and Russian flags on their arm, but I've seen no Moldovan flags whatsoever. Obviously, it's its own breakaway region, but it's still in Moldova, and no country sees it as a country, so someone's got to own it. And I don't know. I'm basically asking, do Russia own this place more than Moldova? Yeah, if you know, comment down below. There's bottles of vodka for like £2. That's a huge bottle of vodka for £2. That's insane. This shop is so cheap. I think 400. I think they still use mainly Moldovan currency, so I think 100 is roughly about £4, I think. I mean, look, where do we start? This drink here, I don't know, that's like what, 40p? For context, this costs more than a massive bottle of vodka. I'm now back outside the shop on a random park bench somewhere in Tiraspol. What did I get? I got this can of Coca-Cola plus coffee, downed it in wine. It was so nice. It's just Coca-Cola with a really strong coffee taste. So, was a big fan of that one. And I also got these pizza flavoured Pringles. Let's give them a go for you on camera. Lovely. I'm getting pepperoni vibes. A big fan of those, yeah. Bloody well done, Pringles. And we're back on the move again. Let's see where this big old walkway takes us to. We have got one big statue here. That's much, much bigger than the last one. It looks quite small on camera, but we'll get a bit closer and see who this geezer is. So here is the statue. I can't read the sign because it's not in English, but it says that he lived from 1881 to 1925. Is he good or bad? I've got no clue, but long story short, it's quite a cool statue. Oh my God, just to reiterate the creepy, eerie feel that this place has, look at this. An abandoned Ferris wheel. That's really creepy. That's thrown me right off. Is there an abandoned Ferris wheel in Chernobyl? Or I imagine that. But if so, yeah, I'm seeing the similarities. Look at this. I'm not sure when it was last used, but it can't have been for a long, long time, but that's so strange. That's really oh, I've just fallen down this. That's really unnerving. But it's pretty cool though, but yeah. Unnerving is the main word I would use. Another abandoned Ferris wheel, this time a kids one. And then one of these rides that you sit on like a horse or a giraffe and go around in circles. Yeah, again, another abandoned ride. And last but not least, another empty playground. Much bigger than the last one. And it's abandoned. There's a big old padlock on the door. Look how rusty it is. That's been locked and abandoned for years and years and years. Yeah, just a really ominous feel to it. Once upon a time, this was full of fun and vibrancy, and now it sits abandoned, derelict, and not been touched in years. Now that is the best statue so far. That's really cool. But I've just noticed one really interesting thing. So up there you've got 3 flags. I'm not sure what the left and the right ones are, but the middle one is the red, green and red Transnistria flag. And I haven't seen it before, but in the top left corner of the flag is the USSR hammer and sickle, which, yeah, I hadn't seen it earlier on, but I've just seen it now. You can't see it on camera, but yeah, Google it. The Transnistrian flag contains the golden hammer and sickle, which is quite interesting. But honestly, this place is fascinating. I've missed a lot probably, and there's a lot more to see and do, but this has been really, really interesting. And I've loved every second of it. But anyway, it's currently 4 o'clock here in Moldova and my flight leaves at 9 o'clock. So plenty of time still, except I have no idea where I buy a ticket from or where the bus leaves from. So I'm gonna end the video here and try and work things out to avoid getting stranded in basically the USSR. But like I always say, thank you so much for watching. Any support or feedback is massively appreciated. And if you enjoyed it, give it a like, drop a comment, subscribe. I've had a great couple of days here. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.